What's up, guys? It's Hash. We're going to do a team 3v3 analysis. Say a competitive match that we just played. This is Dusty, Nick, and I. And we're going to look mainly for rotation and positioning. We do win this game pretty handily. I don't really have anything that I prefer to, my preferred game to analyze is a game where it's really close or a game that we lose, but this is kind of what we got. And we pretty handily win this one. All right, here we go. All right, so this is an error on my part. If you look here, Nick turns up. The ball is definitely headed towards the right. Right here, or like right after we grab this boost, I should definitely be looking for the ball, in which direction the ball is going to be going, and I should be rotating back to goal. Instead, that's a really good save right there. All right, I'm carrying the ball up. Right here, this is a really good positioning. I really like where Nick is. And then Dusty's our third man back, and we kind of play third man on the wing, where they can get back, just as quick if the ball happens to go the other way. But they can also play the ball in case it gets centered or past their entire team. Really good play. All right, second face off. Okay, so this one, again, we need to probably be more aware on our face-offs. This is one, okay, well, Dusty cheats up. This is one, though, even though Dusty does cheat up, right here, since the ball is going to the right, Nick actually needs to turn upfield and be the next man up, and then Dusty needs to grab this boost and rotate back to the third position. Okay, so I can already tell you there's too many people back. I guess I'm getting boost, but it would have been a lot better because we're probably going to lose offensive pressure here, and this 100 boost is wide open. So let's kind of look at what I do here. Yeah, I just go clear back. This is one, if I did grab that 100 boost, I'd probably be able to keep the pressure on the offensive side. Okay, this is one where Nick stays in. So let me touch on this just real quick. Right here. Right here, we have a pretty good idea that this ball is going to be cleared. None of them are really going up for it. Especially right after here, this is when you need to start to turn upfield. Okay. I like this right here. Again, this is kind of the way that we play our rotation. Is I'm on the wing and I'm already headed back because I know the ball's headed back that way. Nick does an excellent job of keeping the offensive pressure or trying to hold the ball in. Unfortunately, we don't. And I rotate to a pretty good position right here because most likely the ball is going to be up on this wall or in the goal, and I'm in a position to play either one. Right here, Dusty's got a really good rotation right here. Nick should be up there. He is. Cool. Perfect. So right here, let me just see what happens with Nick. I would say Nick retreats back to goal when he probably should be playing this ball. I know that they did clear it back and the momentum's kind of coming back, but this is one where you need to make a read on what's going to happen next, and it's definitely going across the field. Okay, so decent challenge. Going up, it definitely makes the first person miss, because a lot of times when you challenge people, it puts unnecessary pressure, or it puts pressure on the guy taking the shot, and the second guy gets it, and that's kind of normally the case. Their team right here, I can tell you right there, 2 people in the corners, and nothing really bad's going to happen. Okay, so this is a slowish rotation. Let me see what happens to Dusty here. Okay, so Dusty's kind of playing the clear, which isn't bad, and actually we do get rotated pretty well. I rotate back in, I should be rotating out. Let me see what I do here. Okay, it's a decent play. Good challenge. This is all Nick's. It's a great clear. I'm all the way. Oh, Dusty's all the way back for boost. Okay, so right here, someone needs to definitely step up. Nick's rotating back, so Dusty should be up around midcourt or midfield. If you're up around midfield, this ball gets played a little bit differently. Alright, so this right here, this is my hit. And that's one where Nick should be staying back in goal. I'm rotating in, which lets Dusty rotate out. And then Nick rotates in, which lets me rotate out. And that's a perfect rotational defense. Another centering pass. So I do want to touch on this. Nick does an excellent thing on this shot. He actually fakes the shot. And crap. I need to go to Nick. Alright, so he'll fake the shot, but this is definitely Dusty's. And what that does is it's, you know, kind of a mind game, and we all like mind games. Alright, next face off. So I need to be on the none. Okay, this right here is my hit. Nick has to tied up a turning radius to challenge this, and he should be rotating to goal. I have no idea where Dusty is. So let's see what happens to Dusty on this one. Okay. Yeah, Dusty's just grabbing boost. It's a slow rotation. Just not going to kill us in this game, but in a lot of games it will. This is not a good play right here. This is definitely Nick's shot. And he probably hesitates there just because Dusty went up. It's a good lead-in. The transition into offense is a little bit slow. But, you know, it's actually decent because for this situation, this is actually a decent one just because they're in position to make the play. But let's think hypothetically if Dusty was up in the corner. So let's watch where the ball goes. If Dusty's already up in the corner, this gets played right back across the field, and instead of the ball coming back along this wall, Nick can rotate to somewhere around here and play the next shot. Okay, so not really big on I would say on this one, and I know, like, you know, probably where Dusty ended up and where Nick plays this ball, Dusty's a little too close, and ideally, I mean, it just kind of, the situation kind of puts Dusty right there. Well, actually, you know what? Dusty should be further back, about mid. And we have a... He would have a much better run at hitting that ball. Okay, crossfield. Dusty's got this play. That's my hit. This is one where probably I should... Because I already have somebody in goal, I should probably be somewhere around this area. Just to put pressure on the shooter. Because right now these guys, since we don't have anybody up near this line right here, these guys have a free shot or an uncontested shot unless we do something about it. Luckily for us, they both kind of whiff on it. So this is a much better transition back into offense. You notice Dusty's already at midfield, and Dusty's also, I mean, he was at midfield, and he's moving up to play this ball, and Nick is headed towards midfield. This next hit will be Nick's, which that's an excellent play right there. Probably gave up on this play a little bit too early, just because Nick gets this next hit. Okay, so a little bit of confusion here. I do, and I'm probably like, let me see where I'm at on here. Because I'm probably, yeah, I come into Dusty's line of sight, which would make him hesitate on taking this, but this is Dusty's shot, or Dusty's hit all the way. What am I on? Alright. And if we get this shot, we are definitely freed up for a shot. Yeah, so I'm having camera issues. Right here, this is a really good play for me. I know that Nick's going to rotate into goal. And Dusty's playing this back, so let me see how Dusty plays this back. So Dusty right here is just rotating back, and he grabs that mid boost, that's a really important play too. Just grab and boost, and it by the time they get here, they're ideally they would be boostless and they can't do anything with it. This is a good read right here to clear it on me. And then it's a decent rotation. Dusty's getting into that second position. This is, you know, classic defense positioning. And ball gets centered too far, and I'm able to play it out. This right here is a really good rotation aside from the whiff. I thought they just scored on themselves. The ball does get centered in, or gets thrown into their side. Okay, so right here we're back in our offensive rotation. This is a really good job on Dusty from holding up on this hit and letting me take this. And an excellent rotation in for from Nick. Getting ready for the shot. So yeah, this is a perfect read on it. So watch Nick. That's a pretty perfect play right there. Aside, maybe we didn't have a lot of speed on the shot, so like that's probably going to be stopped on higher up levels. But it's a really good rotation and positioning. Rotation is all about positioning. Okay, so face off. Dusty wins it, so I'm headed upfield. Or I'm sorry, Nick wins it, so I'm headed upfield. And I like this because it puts immediate pressure on their team. And Dusty's does an excellent job of rotating up to midfield. And it keeps the ball in their zone. Oh, this... Okay, so this is actually an incredibly good play. Right here, this is the shot. This is... like I said, remember Dusty went up to midfield. This is such a good challenge, and the positioning of the of his hit goes right back to me, and that's an incredible goal. Dusty's angle is amazing. And then from my view. You can't get much better of a perfect play than that one. Okay, this one I'm cheating up. And probably what I did is I cheated up too far. Dusty does follow his hit. Okay, so I'm in position to hit this, and I just miss it. Nick does the proper thing here by turning upfield because it looks like I got this next hit. But he does a good job of rotating back. We're playing catch up here. So right here, this is an important play because Nick doesn't have anybody back, but he has to take this hit or it's going to be an easy goal for them. And he has to trust that the rotation is going to come in. Which Dusty does a good job of feeling that. It looks like he gets hit. Oh no, he hits the corner. This is another potentially really good play. And this is also a really good positioning. We're kind of in a triangle, which is what you're looking for. The hit just wasn't there for that, but you know. This one, I think we're a little too clumped up. And this is one where I should be rotating further back because just judging by where they're positioned, it looks like it's going to be coming back towards our side. Instead, somehow I managed to squeak it through. It's a good so this is a good transition into offense right here. Nick needs to be more aggressive in taking the shot. Most likely it's a really hard angle to get a good shot in, but if you don't take it, they're going to clear it. Dusty's in a really good position in that wing. And he's able to stop the ball from being centered. Right here on Dusty's part, this would be one where he should just... actually, you know what? This is probably one where I should be rotating in a goal. This is a good pickup from Nick. This allows me to stay in goal and then move up to that near post. Right here, this is another good transition into offense. This one is one where I should, after I make this hit, I need to rotate back to that second boost by the mid boost. I guess I hit the ball though. Again, really good rotation. Nick steps up and plays it pretty perfectly. That's a really good center, and that's one that on any other day besides today where you play terribly, that's one where we get. Alright, so that's the game. I guess any thoughts on it would be, if we're playing harder competition, we probably don't get some of these goals. We probably get half of these goals. And they probably, I mean, if we're playing a harder team, we're definitely playing a lot more on the defensive end, because there were times where the blue team where they should have definitely cleared it back into our zone. We did a really good job of clearing the ball, and we did a really good job of, aside from a couple times, we did a really good job of holding the ball in their zone. And it was a pretty easy win. Like I said, I need to get better replays, so that'll be something that I should probably work on over the next week. All right, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed it and learned something from it. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Later, guys.